A 7-minute cellular reset designed into the human body by God. Why do we teach this to disciples of Messiah? Breath is a gift from God. Rest is a command. Renewal is a promise. There is nothing spiritual about the breathing pattern itself. It is simply a tool God placed within our physiology. What is spiritual is what we choose to focus on during the stillness. Our focus is gratitude, worship, scripture, identity in Messiah, the renewal of our mind. As Paul writes in Romans 12:2, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This practice simply creates the biological conditions that make the renewal easier for the brain to receive. We will use the patterns in the Back to Eden Renewing Your Mind book in order to strengthen our inner self to our Father's original design by practicing what some call CBT and DBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, or dialectic behavioral therapy, both therapies that I am certified to teach, and prefer to call it what it is, biblical instructional behavior. We can never go wrong following His Word. He is our Creator and Father of all. So now that we have set the premise for this practice, let's glean from the research that many have developed in the past few decades thanks to the advance of technology. Recent research from MIT, Harvard, and Stanford has revealed something remarkable. A specific pattern of slow, intentional breathing can activate the same cellular renewal pathways that fasting activates. This is not mystical. This is not tied to Eastern practices. This is simply part of the design God placed in the human body. Scripture tells us that our Father breathed life into us. Genesis 2:7. Breath is part of His creation, not just a survival mechanism, but a tool for restoration. What is autophagy? Autophagy is God-designed process for our body's cellular cleanup, where the body removes damaged proteins, repairs stressed cells, recycles old components, and restores healthy function. In 2016, the Nobel Prize in Physiology went to Yoshinori Osumi for mapping how autophagy this works. This discovery confirmed what Scripture has always shown us. Renewal is built into creation. Until recently, people believed only long fasting could activate autophagy. But new scientific breakthroughs show that your breath also triggers these pathways. Because God designed your nervous system, oxygen level, and CO2 balance to communicate directly with your cells. What is the science behind the breath-activated autophagy? Researchers from MIT and Harvard found that slow, controlled breathing can signal the body to shift from growth mode to repair mode, activating the same cleanup system triggered by fasting. There is also another very well-known study in the Netherlands by Wim Hof. It's called the Wim Hof method. This study on controlled breathing demonstrates that particular breath activates the AMPK pathway, one of the main switches that triggers autophagy. AMPK is like the body's repair switch. Breathing affects it directly. The research that Stanford carried out was on hypoxia. In 2023, showed that slow breathing and long exhale mimic the metabolic signature of fasting. Increases ketones, suppressed mTOR, the growth signal, and activates autophagy genes, all without changing diet. Why this matters. Modern life keeps many people in constant fight or flight, preventing the body from entering renewal mode. The results: brain fog, emotional exhaustion, sluggish thinking, stress driven cravings. Scripture speaks over and over about stillness. In quietness and trust is your strength. Isaiah 30:15. Be still and know that He is our Elohim, our God. Psalm 46:10. He restores my soul. Psalm 23:3. Science is now catching up with the reality that God hardwired renewal into rest and breath. The breath pattern you will learn today is: inhale 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale 10 seconds. I like to use my hands for that. You inhale with one hand 5 seconds, the other hand you hold 5 seconds, and then you exhale with both hands 10 seconds. This ratio increases CO2 tolerance, which allows oxygen to be delivered more efficiently throughout the body. That is called the Bohr effect. It also signals the brain to switch into parasympathetic mode, the place where your body heals. The extended exhale is the primary trigger. This will have two phases. The first phase would be from minutes 1 to 7. You will sit tall with a straight spine. This is not about appearance. It allows the vagus nervus to activate properly. Take a moment to notice your natural breath. This pattern calms the nervous system, improves oxygen efficiency, lowers stress hormones, increases CO2 tolerance, signals the body to enter cellular repair. It will be 21 cycles of 5, 5, and 10. The second phase is the final exhale hold. After the last exhale, hold your breath out for 30 to 60 seconds, keeping the body relaxed. Stanford research shows that this exhale retention phase creates the most powerful shift towards cellular cleanup and mental clarity. What you may feel is calmness, mental clarity, warmth in the body, reduced hunger, focus, a deep shift towards stillness. This is our body responding to our Father's design. The invitation is to practice this for 21 days as you may notice better focus, clearer thinking, calmer emotional response, fewer cravings, improved sleep, more stable energy, and a deeper sense of God's peace. We are cooperating with the way our Father made the body.